You know, sometimes you film an intro and realize afterwards that you forgot to press record. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to All the Mods 8. Silly me. But I've got some things that I can show you, and we're keeping this chair up here. So, I made an incredible discovery as I started filming, but also not filming this episode, in that when I was wanting to go through and get into the next advanced part of Mechanism, I had to finish this up here and make some sulfur dust. Now, I don't exactly know what it's for, but I discovered that this alchemist table from Blue Skies allows me to take dye, like so, and turn it into sulfur dust. For free, just a 1-to-1 comparison. And because I can use as much dye as I like, I can make as much sulfur dust as I like. Yeah. And with that, it opened up the next quest line, if I just close down these things, which was Advanced Mechanism, meaning that we can now get into our advanced power storage using an induction matrix. And that was the point of this episode. This is what I want to get into. Now, on top of that, Piglich. I went and found my Piglich hearts that I had stored in this little container up here. It took me a little while to remember where they were, but with that, I thought, oh yeah, we need to start working on grabbing some Unobtainium, some Allthemodium, and combining them together to make it a very important part of this, the Unobtainium Allthemodium Alloy block. Now, each one of these requires 8.1 billion power. Now, this little setup here has done great, but you can see that I've already actually drained it to see how quickly it charges this up. And the answer to that is slowly. We might get lucky to get to 1% before this is completely drained and it's not going to output what we need. Now, obviously, this setup is connected to some very outdated thermogenerators, and I'm going to grab this stuff back. But we can do slightly better than that. We can make up a decent one of these setups for an energizing orb over at our power station. So over here at the ultimate power, we should be able to make this induction matrix here and then connect that to, maybe even in the middle, I'm not sure, a bunch of those energizing rods to get that sorted fairly quickly, I hope. Or at least a lot quicker than what we had over there. So over on the side here, I've gone ahead and organized a bunch of things that I need, and we're going to be making these basic induction providers and induction cells and whatnot, and going hopefully all the way up to the ultimate layer, which is going to require a bit. You can see each one of these requires this, but the next layer requires 4 of those, as well as going into the higher density energy cubes. So I have started a little bit gathering some materials like this infused alloy, getting some of these basic control units done, but I probably need to grind a little bit. I know I could probably try and learn how to automate this, but I'm going to set up some auto crafting for a few things and maybe start trying to get myself ready to build this, the, what's it called? Induction matrix. Now we're going to go a little bit bigger than 5 by 5 by 5. I think we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we'll go 5 by 10 and see how much power we can squeeze into there. First thing I'm going to need to do is make sure that I have a little bit of some crafting sorted for things like this. Now, I just really don't know. I think I'd probably have to set up the system to provide redstone and that, or maybe it would do both. I'm really not sure. Also, do I have an infusing factory? I have an enriching factory. Maybe I should make an infusing factory to speed this up a little bit. Infusing factory. Yeah. Huh. Why have I never done that? We'll grab you, turn my magnet back on, and we'll go through this process. An infusing factory, 2 of those. That's elite. And can I make more of this? There we go. Well, that'll speed things up a little bit. Yeah. I guess if that's the case, what I should do is just spend some time here, maybe get myself up a good supply of all of the stuff that I need, and then we can get to building, because I want to build this induction matrix. I then want to set up a power system to energizing orb the cubes that we need to make. And on top of that, we may need to go get ourselves some Pigliches and maybe take over this system here. What happened to my... Why is this burnt? Oh, I don't know. Oh, also Nether Star production is done. Nice. So these have been running like crazy continually since we finished our 15 that we needed. Meaning, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, we're building up a decent supply again, which we don't really need. So it might be time to repurpose it. I think that's the plan for this episode. Probably need to go back to where the Pigliches are, grab some of those things that we use. What are they called? A data model. Like this. Is there one for Pigliches? There is. So set ourselves up with some Piglich data models and see if we can get those generating the Piglich hearts that we need, rather than trying to kill them individually. It just takes too long. Plus, it would be nice to get them just running for the sake of it. I know there are some other options like using Art Nouveau, but yeah, we'll just stick with what we've got set up already, I think. Okay, so plan of action. Use this new factory that I've got here to set up infused alloy, all of this stuff, make myself a bunch of energy tablets, and maybe even prepare up a bunch of these induction cells. Going through this process is not something that's very riveting to watch. So, just so you understand what I'm doing, I'm going to be making these basic induction cells, which require 4 of them to make an advanced, which require 4 of those to make an elite, and then of course 4 of those to make myself an ultimate. And that can hold a trillion FE, 1.6 trillion. This is a highly conductive energy capacitor capable of storing massive amounts of energy in a single block. Housed in an energized induction matrix to expand the multi-block's energy storage. So we are going to set that up. I probably want the induction provider as well. Yeah, I got some grinding to do. But at this point, we've kind of gone through the mechanism stuff. And you understand that it is just providing the materials. I'll automate what I can. And then we can make ourselves an induction matrix. And finally make use of that power that is coming out of the turbine over in my power area. Okay, I'll see what I can get built up, supply-wise. And then we'll get to building. Hopefully, by the end of this episode, we may even have the 28. We'll see. That's a lot of power. Let me get to it. Okay, after a little bit of time, I now have some patterns set up. I haven't actually built anything yet. And that's because you can see I've also been working on making myself some stuff from Flux networks. The biggest thing I'm coming into right now that I'm thinking is going to be a bit of a problem is this can output 52.42 million FE per tick, and I assume that maybe that can go up as well with more of them in there, but we don't really have anything that can transfer that much. If we have a look in here, even making up the ultimate universal cables that I did here, they can transfer 3.27 MFE per tick, which is going to be just fine for transferring from our turbine down to this thing. But when it comes to its output, it's not quite enough. So for that, I think I'm probably going to make myself this, a flux network. If I put this down and create a network, one of these here, click create a network above. We're just going to call this mains power and green. Password, bubble. No, I'm not going to do that. Do I have to make a password? 0000. Don't forget it. So mains power is going to be where I allow stuff to come through, and we can bypass the limit of power output. Now, I don't know whether it's actually necessary to have this controller, but we're going to take it with me anyway. And we should be able to use this flux plug along with these flux points to output a decent amount of power. Now, I'm going to grab this stuff here, and you can see that I've made up a bunch of these alloys, a bunch of these atomic ones, and just got some things prepared for getting started. So, first things first, let's head over to the ultimate power, and I want to set myself up with this induction matrix. So, to start off with, how much am I going to want? I said I wanted to go 5 by 10, which would be 50. Then I probably want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we go all the way up to the roof there. So 7 tall, that would be 6 on each side is an extra 24. So 74 plus 8 and 8 and 3 and 3, an additional 22. 174 is 96. I think that's right. So I'm going to make 96 of these. Nice. There we go. With those 96, I should be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring that across to make the base of our induction matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. I'm just going to do it this way and have glass around the outsides. Cool. I calculated correctly. Now, on the inside, I need 3 by 5 is 15, 30, 3 by 8 is an additional 24, so that's 54. And then 8 by 5, that should be 40 and 40. So 80 plus 30 is 110 plus 24, 134. And then we're going to have a couple of points coming out of it as well. So instead of 134, I probably want 132. What am I missing? Steel dust? Maybe it's because I don't have this steel in there just yet. I'm just going to grab this and make up a bunch of steel. Now let's try that. Yeah, easy. So we have this ready to go. And I'm hoping that this should all just combine itself together into a big block. Okay. Now, if we want 2 points to come out, I think I'm going to do my, maybe over here. I never actually needed a third one, so I think I'm going to actually remove this. Take those out, and we'll use this central point here for our power output. I don't know if I have enough of this though. Not quite. That's fine. I'll deal with that later. But we can bring our power across the top. Actually, no, I don't even have to bring power out of there because I'm using this flux network. Nice. Now I could probably use this flux point as well off of there to make it work. But for now, I think I'm happy to just only deal with it how I know how. So if that's the case, I'm going to bring in there my next part of this, which is one of these. I'm going to make 2. One goes in the top, and then this one here will be where I put my my flux point. Now I think that just turned into a multi-block, which is great. So the last thing that I need is this configurator, and I want this to be an output. Oh, perfect. That worked instantly. I was worried it wouldn't. Cool. So if that's the case, all I need to do now is fill this with items and bring the power across. Now I have these really nice universal cables which can handle, how much? 3.27 million per tick, and this is outputting 1.8 million. So I'm just going to bring this down and across. It'll come out the top of there and it'll provide power. We're on to the final stage. It was a lot of prep work to get this ready, but once you have the auto crafting set up, it's really nice. So I'm going to make one induction provider because I don't think at the moment I'm going to need more than 52 million outputs. So let's craft one of those. What am I missing? Maybe I accidentally made one of my recipes need yellow stained glass. Hold on. Let's double check that. If we go into here, which one of these is going to say yellow stained glass? This one. We'll put that away in there. And then what we want to do is make that, but not be exact. Will that work? Let's see now. If I go to make this induction provider, nice. And there we go. We have one induction provider. Very nice. For now, as far as I'm aware, you only need one of each inside of the machine. So what we might do is make one ultimate induction cell. Missing what? Steel and... oh wow, this uses a lot of that alloy. I'm going to have to make more. Okay. And here I was thinking that I'd made plenty. We'll grab the redstone. We'll grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those. And then which one? This one here, infusing. Put all of that in there and... oh, it needs power. There we go. The other thing it needed was steel, which I haven't actually hooked this up to my system yet. Maybe I should do that. We'll go like this. I will make an external storage. Just need to craft up a few things. And there we go. I'll grab this cable, and I need to probably craft up a few more. And we'll just put that down there and give it a priority of a little bit more than 0. And now I should be able to go steel. No? That is connected, right? Maybe if I come over here. Interesting that that's not showing up. I'll deal with that later. For now, I'm just going to grab a bunch of this and put it in the system to make steel. Now that that's pumped out all of that, I should hopefully be able to make myself this induction cell. And there we go. So with these two things, I should be able to hold 1.6 trillion energy, which is a lot more than this, which is just my 22 billion. And we should be able to start filling it up. So I'm going to put the provider on this end, and I'm going to put the induction cell on that end. And then if we do that, is there a way to access it and see how much power's in there? I suppose have a look at the stuff here. Building an induction matrix. We've done that. Lovely. Customizing our power limits. The induction matrix allows you to customize how much power you can store. Increases the total amount, transfer speed of both, so you can add multiple of them, which is just fine. And then we have the completing of the matrix. Once you finish building your first energized induction matrix, you'll see red particles all around the structure. Don't be afraid to upgrade the tier cells and providers, needing more space for them. The maximum size the induction matrix can be is 18 by 18 by 18. Okay, so we've stayed within the limits. Is there a way to check it though? Well, that's not what I want to do. How do I tell how much power's in there? That's the real question. Let's see. There we go. I just had to break it and put it back together. And now you can see it is pumping the power in. So that is million FE. That means we've nearly made 1 billion. There we go. Now this has like giga FE, which is 1,000 million. But I think we need 8.1 of those to be able to power each one of our things, those blocks. And as you can see, our current input is 1.81 million FE per tick. Now what I might do is also add this to it. If I do that, it should... No? Okay, here's an idea. How about I make a second one of these? Oh, okay, it makes 2, but that's fine. And over here, I do that. It's built it back up again. That's just fine. And can I put one of these on here to input? There we go. 2.81 million FE per tick. So now that is using our input from the 3 generators that we have in the tower as well. We added essentially another million somehow. It's because this outputs 1 million per tick. So eventually this is going to start to lessen, I would say. Now, if I open this up, it looks like we're still inside loaded chunks, which is nice. So if I quickly jump over here, I want to see whether or not it is draining out of the batteries that are in these reactors themselves and going from there. No, it's still stored, still stored. There we go. That one has. And this one is. Okay, cool. That means that eventually that is going to lose its power for my main system here. But if we then set this up with the flux network, we might be able to use that as our main power output instead of all these ender cells. Because I'm sure any second now, this is about to start going down. But it's working well. So this can store 1.6 trillion, which in reality is probably almost enough for making those blocks once it's built up. But yeah, maybe we make a couple more. How hard would it be to make 5? We'd need a fair bit of steel, a fair bit of lithium, which I think we have, but we need 5,800 of these infused alloys. That might take a little while. I do have this lithium here, so that's not a problem. The problem I will have is definitely this stuff. But that being said, I do have a decent amount of redstone somewhere, or at least I did. So say I crafted up 20,000. Yeah. That should automatically turn it into blocks for me to use, which is lovely. And then I'll just go ahead and grab some iron and start working with it. It'll only take me a minute, I'm sure. Okay, wonderful. A little bit of effort later and I have 7,000. That should be more than enough to make 5 more of these any second now. There we go. And with 5 more of those, we can take this from being able to store 1.6 trillion. Oops. To, hopefully, a little over 10. Oh, just under. 9.6 trillion will be more than enough for now. Now, if we go over to one of our ender cells here, you can see this is slowly dipping it down under the 22 billion. So I'm not going to want this to be constantly pulling out of the ender system that I have, because that is used for a lot of other things. I actually have a lot of my systems hooked up to that, but for now, it's not too bad in getting us a decent little bit of storage. So we've nearly got 68 billion. That's 68 billion energy stored. Not too bad. Divide that by 8.1 and we're actually able to make a couple of those blocks already. Wait for it. Nice. So what we're going to do over here is set ourselves up with a little flux system. Now, if I put this flux plug onto here, transfer limit, I can bypass it. It shouldn't be a problem. I think we put it onto this, right? Yeah, mains power. Perfect. And then I have 8 of these. What I'm going to want is a bunch of these energizing rods. So it might be worth going back home and setting ourselves up with some auto crafting for that too. So if I just go basic starter, I have everything that is needed for that. Then this one should be good. Yeah, everything is essentially prepared to make this quite easily. Spirited and then nitro. So if we go down to where is my power here, and we will just put those in a line as well. Oh, back to the front. Now I think I'm going to go up here and take the 2 off of my system. Actually, no, I'll leave that there because that is set up to do some automation when required. So I'm going to leave those 2. Yeah. And instead, what I'm going to do is just request, for now, 8. Can I make 8? I can. So just like that, we start the crafting. It's done all of its stuff. And here we go. I have 8. Ready to go. They're actually filling up with power in my inventory as we speak because I'm connected to my network. But with the 8 of these, I should be able to come over here and set them up above this, or even in just a bit of an interesting solution here. If I put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, can I put these? I should, yeah, directly on top like this. Are those still filling up with power? Not quite, because all of these need to be added to mains power, in which case now it's full. And because this is basically ignoring the limit, I can just set them all up and we should be able to charge them super efficiently. Okay, not bad, not bad. Last thing I need to do is make myself a second one of these energizing orbs. All right, what do I want to put this on top of? Yeah, we'll do this. A block of blazing. So now if I grab a Piglich block like this, Allthemodium block like that, and an Unobtainium block like this, hopefully with these 8, they can output what? Can't quite remember. It's maybe 2 million per tick. Let's see how this one goes. I'll get there so you can see the power. There we go. Now it's still not super fast, but 1% every couple of seconds, much better than what we had. And I could increase this. I could do an additional 8. Seems to be filling up just fine, but we should be able to see our output. 1.6 million FE per tick. Is that all? Okay. So these are able to input 400k per tick, maybe? Is that my limiting factor? 200k per tick is the maximum output. So 8 of them is 1.6 million. Makes sense. Yeah, we can do more of these. Now we're talking. Come on, you got this. And we should see an output. There we go, 3.2 million. So we're actually finally using more than we're inputting. Flux networks are pretty good, and I'll probably end up using this as my main way of handling power in future, but I knew how to use the actual power mod earlier on, so it made more sense for me to use that. This is still going, not too bad. 86, 87, 88. Okay, that's pretty fast. That's not too shabby at all. 96, 97, 98, 99. And there we go. Our first Unobtainium Allthemodium Alloy block. First of 28. Yeah, I need 28 of them. Good Lord. Now, right now, that's not too bad, but I think we can set this up just a little bit better before we go thinking about getting ourselves some more Piglich hearts. So instead of down there, what I want to do for now, this is ridiculous. I'm going to use this as my building block. Like so. Lovely. And this one here. Imagine building out of this material. We'll do that. And now I can actually chuck some under here. And it has more room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's make 12 more. I should be able to do that. It's just going to take a second. 4, 12, like that. And this should output a decent amount of power into that energizing orb. In fact, because, yeah, that's cranked out a bunch of it. Let's just make one more. Piglich heart. We have enough to make 8 more, which is definitely not enough overall. But I'll grab 8 of those and 8 of these. Let's see how long it takes to make one now. 1 of those and 1 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's a decent pace. And this is outputting 5.6 million per tick. Definitely outclassing what we could do from one of these. I think I'm happy with that pace. 25% in a few seconds. I could add 1, 2 more just for the sake of it. Why not? 2 of these. And we go like that. And like that. Power. Nice. Did that get us over 6 million? Nope, 5.6. And that's 2. Nice. So we have a system set up here which can obviously bake that stuff. And we have a system over here that is taking in the power and building it up decently. We still have 86 billion stored, which is really nice. And I might slow this down and just take that off so that we don't use up all of our power here. Even though that will fill up pretty quickly again. This is now using the 1.8 million that is being generated by this constantly, which is really nice. This still seems to be running at 100%. No changes. We've only used about 300 of that out of the 40,000. And it's still maintaining that 3,200 Kelvin. All in all, I think I've found the right balance. This big series of machines all working together seems to be making things happen. I'm still generating slowly some lithium dust from this, which I will use for more of that. But now our bottleneck is these Piglich hearts. So we need to head back to the other. Luckily, I set up a waystone all the way out here. If it'll load. Come on now. We've been here before. Ow! Oh, that's right. It's a bit chaotic. But over here, I should be able to get some Pigliches, get some, what were they called? Model. Data models or a model framework. 1, 2, make a couple more of these. 3, 4. 4 will do for now. Because they're pretty passive, I'm just going to go over and click on that. And then the last thing that I need is my deep learner. Do I still have that on me? Deep learner. So this deep learner goes over here. And now I just kill some Pigliches. That's right. Oh no. He's gone. Ah. I need to go and get one down inside so he can't disappear. Ah, he'll do. Brings back memories. Cool. We got 5 from that, and we also got 0 data. Come now. So how come I did not get any data on these? Did I get anything then? Huh. Interesting. Let's have a look into this. Now, there's obviously the option to just get all that I need via killing them myself, but it would have been nice to set these up like this. If I take that out of there and put it in, insufficient data, and data per kill should have been good to go. So what went wrong? Oh, I forgot. I've got to put them in the deep learner. Let's go back. Come here. Any second now. God, they summon a lot of these. Well, you guys get the idea. I've got to kill 5 more now, and then we can at least get them set up to start generating some Piglich hearts in our little system back at home. Yeah. Oh boy, 5 more of those. Okay. Yeah, you. Now, having done what I needed to do to get those sorted, I now have 4 of these that are just at the basic level. Super, super low. Definitely not like these that are self-aware. And you can also see these use a fair bit more power, which is fine for now because, yeah, we have plenty coming out of here, so I'm not too worried about that. So I've cleared out these top 4 and grab the puller modules from them. And what we're going to do is place this in here, and it should still work essentially the exact same. It's going to use these prediction matrices, and it's going to try and run a model. Now, you can see there it failed, so it's going to try again. And each time it does that, it's going to up the accuracy until we're basically at self-aware again, which is 99.5% accurate. Now, what I want to see here is a success. I want to see something go through. It looks like, no, this is fine. We will see whether we can get one to actually put out an output. Let's see. Oh, there we go. A Piglich prediction. So with that, what I can actually do, oh, that's a quest. Oh, there's a hostile neural network quest now. Nice. That was obviously one of the last things that you meant to get in that quest. But cool. Good to know. No, wait, this must have been here before for sure. Anyway, what I can do now is add this to my my whitelist on each one of these puller modules, like so, and last one. And then that way, I should be able to put these in here like that. And this sender module is currently sending where? To this? Let me see. It is currently sending directly up into there. Gotcha. So it's sending those predictions in. I really need to stop my wither predictions, I think. I'm at the point now where I'm actually not going to be able to run it at the same time. Okay. I'm going to grab that and finish this up. And then we're going to reset this to instead work only with the Piglich stuff. All right. Do your thing. Now, I've just taken the 4 of those bottom hostile neural network computers out because they're not going to be used right now, and I can just put those away for the time being. I'm going to put all of this away actually, and oh, look at that, we can select a Piglich heart. It makes 4 per 1. Oh, this is ridiculously strong. Okay, let me I'm trying to refresh myself with what these do. That pulls out of that machine, and it just needs to be reset to have this, as does this one, like so. And then this sender module, I'm going to reset, and we're just going to grab a compacting drawer. Why not? You can go here. Actually, you know what? What we're going to do is actually head over to where we will use this at ultimate power. And I'm just going to put this here, and I'm going to link it to that. And then I put that in here, and it should send to the compacting drawer. Hold up. Whitelist. Nope. Blacklist. Any? That should work, right? All right. We'll take one of these and just make sure that it is whitelisted like this. Why is that not working? Oh, it would be Oh, it's so silly. It would be because this drawer does not have anything in it yet. There we go. Perfect. So now, if I grab out of here all of the stuff that I had beforehand, we now have 15 available. And if I need a total of 28 of these, I have 2, I need 26 more. I can grab 26 of those, 26 of those, and now it's just a matter of waiting until we get what we need from this. And that's, wow, those hostile neural networks work way faster than I expected. So that's pretty cool. So let's try this and get started on making my stuff. I'm going to go through and I'm going to make all 28 of these. And then I think I might make these 2 as well. Or we'll save that for next episode. Let's just get these ones done. And just one more. But we're kind of out of power, so this one's going to go a little bit slower. It's still going to output at, hopefully, 2.81 million, so it shouldn't take too long. Just got to wait it out. Wait, only one side's going? Huh, fair enough. And there we go. Task complete. Now this can finally start building its energy up again. How much do we have left in this system? Plenty. I'll let that start to charge up a little bit. But we have 28 Unobtainium Allthemodium Alloy blocks. Perfect. Now the thing is, my magnet's on. Oh, this is making some decent progress. The thing is, I'm not sure whether this one itself works. This is an infusion altar. And to make ourselves this, we need an awakening altar. That's a whole different thing. Let's have a look. We'll make that there. And some of those essence vessels. Is that maybe what holds the essence in there, I guess? We need some orange wool. Make that. I guess we'll make 4 of these and 4 of these essence ones, because they're going to allow us to do some things in here. Awakened Supremium Essence. And 4 new pedestals, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What does it do? I don't know what that does. Doesn't really matter, because what we want to use it for is the ultimate power over here. So let's put that there. Oh yeah, it even does have the stuff. Set that up. Set those up, and then what did we need? 40 of each of the essence, and 2 of those and 2 of those. We only need 2 in total. Okay, nice. So if I click this with 40, perfect. 40 water essence, 40 fire essence, and 40 air essence. Then 2 of those, and 2 of those. Do I need anything in the middle? An unobtainium vibranium block. Oh, I see. That's fine. That's fine. See, we have 84 of those, and I've been letting this build up some energy. Okay. Just a little bit more of this. Okay. That there. Oh, button. Oh, I've got a stone one. Nice. Do the thing. Turns it into an awakened, unobtainium vibranium block. Right. So, once again, that there. All of these in the outsides. And then this. Yeah. We did it. Right? Yeah, we did it. Master of Alloy. And an elite energy cube. Wow. We did it. Wow, this is a beast of a sword. Attack speed 9, attack damage 47, and attack range 3, as compared to this, which is 7.48 attack speed and 22. Yeah, they're pretty crazy. We could make ourselves one of these, but it's not my priority right now. What is my priority is going to sleep and going over to our tower to add this to our list. another one of these pedestals, even though we decided that they don't look anywhere near as nice. I'm going to put this one there. Master of the Alloy. In fact, I'm going to take both of these and put them like that. Nice. Now this, I believe, goes around here somehow. I don't know if this is quite right. Yeah, that looks kind of it. ATM Star. Yep. All the way around the outside. And then, just in here, we have that. Meaning, God, we're getting close. We just have this central part to fill. I feel like we're getting closer. It's at least looking a bit more like a star now. Oh man, that feels good. But with that, we're going to end the episode here. I've achieved what I wanted to in that I have provided myself with a bunch of power and a way to distribute that into making those alloy blocks. And we've just gone ahead and done it. This is now building back up. It's got 12 billion in it. Shortly, I'll take this off the system and it'll just generate using that. And yeah, it's still got so much uranium. And I'm building up enough here to make so much more. I'm pretty happy with that. Moving forward now, it might be worth starting to get into some stuff like this, which doesn't look too hard to do. Knock on wood. The Master of Elements is interesting. We might have to do a few interesting things to get that. We've got to make a nuclear reactor. Oh, that's going to be difficult. But then there are some things that I think we'll be able to manage fairly decently. Some things, at least. Oof. Maybe we work on this one next. But either way, I'm doing my best to make progress towards my ATM Star and finishing this pack, and I think we've got it in the bag. I think we will manage it. We've got plenty of resources and plenty of ability now built up over the time of working on this series, but I feel like I can work it out. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters for your continued support. You folks are amazing. Genuinely, it means a lot, and it helps me continue to do this full time. And to everyone who's been watching, I hope you're still enjoying the series. We're getting closer, and I'm excited to see this ATM Star come to life. So, until the next episode, I'm going to switch to jumpers and say, I hope you all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone. Whoop!